Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweetie's Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 13, 9, and 7. We are in our 8th year of homeschooling. So last year, I have done a whole video, which I will link up above, about all the spelling that we've tried through the years, especially last year with my 3rd grader. Things just didn't seem like they were working. I felt like we were in a rut of like, what are we supposed to do for spelling? So I came across a company that had spelling, and I knew of this company already because of some other products. So I am going to share about Mrs. Wordsmith today. Now you may have come across it, you may not have. I don't feel like it's a very well-known company, but I am going to share some of the products today and the spelling a little bit. I'm going to share a little bit of printed spelling, and then I have it on my computer. It is PDF form. So I am going to go ahead and show you the vocabulary resources that I have found with Mrs. Wordsmith. So this is my epic daily word workout, 180 ways to train your brain for an epic day. So this is like this is like a really thick cardboard, and it has this fun little string on the back, so it'll hold up this cover in the back here. So here's what it looks like underneath, and you are able to flip through and go through the pages. So they are full of color and fun little illustrations. So this is different, not the same as the others. And on the back, you have trendsetter, and then you have this on the back here going through the word, just like so. Walk, and it's kind of going through. A synonym is a word that has a similar meaning to another word, like walk and stroll. And so it's stroll, step, march, amble, swagger. So this is more of a basic vocabulary, obviously. So it's still going through great vocabulary, but probably for younger ages. So not too in-depth of vocabulary. I have this other Mrs. Wordsmith vocabulary. This is for grades 3 through 5. It does say DK up here. Definitely still Mrs. Wordsmith, 180 words to take your storytelling to the next level. So this is a storyteller word a day. And it has the same little thing under here. So this is a little bit wider. This is skinnier and taller. And you're going through your words. So you have tempestuous right here, and it has the meaning and a picture. And then on the back, over here on this other side, it has word pairs, that it's an adjective, some synonyms. It's used in 3% of stories. Tell a story. So it has like a little way to start a story and use this word in it. I'll just flip through a few more of the pages. We have indulgent, and it has the same concept here, like going through a story and talking about synonyms and how many stories it's in and things like that. So these are words definitely that are a little bit trickier, harder to include, but it's also trying to get you to include these words in your storytelling. So this is such a great resource. And I believe they do have some other vocabulary options, different books similar to this, but probably with more difficult words. So those are the 2 Mrs. Wordsmith vocabulary options that I have, and I love being able to use these like on a daily basis to go through those words. So I did a little researching on their website, and they actually have a lot of other things. And I will go to their website and show you after I show you like the PDF downloads of their spelling that I got. So my daughter was in 3rd grade, and so I was like, well, I was kind of looking at it, and it was interesting to me. It wasn't very high priced or anything like that, but I was just like, I didn't really quite understand it. And honestly, even after getting it, I don't quite get the concept of how this is all to work, but I wanted to show it to you as an option. Maybe this is something that appeals to you and your family, and maybe this is where your kid is at in 3rd grade. This is a US edition. They did have other editions. So I'm going to show you my edition. This is designed, so it says this pack contains targeted practice covering all spelling patterns for third grade. It is best to be used before the mixed papers practice tests. There's like different practice tests. They're designed with common ELA, Common Core, and assessment experts. So if you don't like Common Core, this probably isn't for you. So this is the cover. There's different characters similar to the Mrs. Wordsmith vocabulary here. We've got some different characters. So in here, this is what I was like, this is interesting. So this is like the spelling patterns. My pages have kind of gotten distorted from the sunshine here in this basement room. So that's why it's like a little discolored. But these are the spelling patterns. So I was like, that looks interesting to me. There is a very small overview of like kind of what includes, not a whole lot. And then this is talking about your spelling, why you would use it, and maybe a little bit of why is it so foolproof. But so this is where you are about to start. And there is page that shows for grade 3, there's level 7, 8, and 9. And so I'm just have level 7 printed out. So you have the beginning, you have the endings, ED and ING, and it says, so it has some pictures of going through it, and it has some adjectives, committed and ear splitting. There's a little pop quiz here on this page. There's some power-ups, you putting them in sentences, which I think is great. And then you have the simple form, and then how it's changed to ED and ING. You're gonna write it again, and then don't look. Then I liked these pages too. They have how you have to figure out where the ending is, which ending you're gonna choose for the correct. And then it has like a tricky, if the last syllable of the root word ends in a vowel plus consonant, it is stressed, double that last consonant before adding ing or ed. Otherwise, simply add the suffix to the end. So it does have little tricks there. And that's pretty much it for that little lesson. So then you're going on to why. So you have some more of pretty much the same thing. It goes on and on, where it has pop quiz. You're gonna have some words. And then this last thing. So you're gonna go through that, and so you just kind of keep going through all of those. That is pretty much all of level 7 that I have printed out. I did not print the other ones out. As you can see, we did not use these yet. I have them. I mean, I honestly did not feel, I felt like my daughter was struggling with lower level words, that I just didn't feel like she was actually on that level exactly. But they like really recommended if they were in grade 3 to start there. So I just didn't feel like we were quite there. There is also an additional thing that I got as well. And I'm going to show you that there's like, I think it's like more spelling practice. So I'm going to show you on my computer what else I got. So this is the level 8, and just wanted to show you some of the words. It's set up about the same way as level 7. So this is still for 3rd grade. And it's just kind of showing you that it is pretty much set up the same exact way. And then this is level 9, and here are the things that they're focusing on in level 9 for 3rd grade. There is also answer keys at the end of the downloads so that you can check the answers that way. I also got a special lesson on homophones for the level 9. And there's different activities that are about 5 pages worth. So now we're going to move on to the foolproof spelling mixed practice. So this is different from the regular spelling that I just showed you. And this is going over all of the words, just giving a little bit more practice. Like like I said, these are the same things that they focused on in this first spelling. And then this is just the overview and instructions, and they're going to have a couple activities that they can do for this mixed practice, and they can correct their own mistakes and things like that. So I will show you these here in just a second. There are still some of the same pictures and things, but mainly those word connects there. And then there's quite a few word connects actually. And then there are some sentences here at the bottom to fill in the gap. It's pretty much the same thing throughout. You do have the answers, and that's pretty much the end of this resource. So I thought I'd go to their website and show you just all that they have. You can see all their topics that they have. But here is the spelling. This is where I showed you the first thing, the targeted spelling practice. You also get some free months using their app that they have if your kids like to use apps. And then it's just going through. You can also get English through them. They have just a few grades in elementary for English and for spelling. And then they also have alphabet, grammar, handwriting, phonics, reading, spelling, vocabulary, writing. Then you're able to get gift cards if you want to too. So there's printable worksheets. There's all sorts of things. So definitely go check out their website to find out more information. Here I'm on the vocabulary section, and you can see different vocabulary options, some of the books that I've showed you. They also have some games that you're able to purchase as well. They have one for phonics, I know for sure, and it looks like they have additional games and apps on here as well. I hope that this was helpful to see some of the different products Mrs. Wordsmith has. I'm always so amazed that they have so many options on there that I wasn't aware of, like the phonics and grammar and spelling. So definitely check them out for their vocabulary, their spelling, any of those subjects. It looks like they had plenty of options on there if you want something to just kind of break things up a little bit. So let me know if you have any other questions, and I will talk to you later.